Hello there! Today we're going to take a tour of New Hampshire with this book as our guide. It is called Primary Numbers, a New Hampshire Number Book. It was written by Marie Harris and illustrated by Busch, Holman. Let's get started. One husky pulling one speedy sled. One junior musher races ahead. If you were to get this book at your local library and read the sidebars, it will tell you a little bit more about dog sled races that happen in Tamworth and Bartlett, New Hampshire. Number 2, moose in North Woods deep in the snow, nibble on spruce shoots by the moon's glow. Did you know that moose can grow up to 7 feet tall? I didn't either. 3 sturdy tugboats ready to go. There's a big tanker needing a tow. This illustration is supposed to be of Portsmouth's naval shipyard. Number 4, 4 wily brook trout hunting for flies. Which are the real bugs? Which ones are tied? Did you know that the brook trout is New Hampshire's state freshwater fish? 5 fiddlers bowing tunes for the dance. Shall we learn new steps? This is our chance. According to this book, if you want to do some country dancing, then you can go to the Canterbury Country Dance Orchestra, where they may have a performance that you can join in. 6 loons are calling at the lake's edge. Some sit on nests made of twigs, mudge, and sledge. These are the loons. If you've ever been to Lake Winnipesaukee or one of New Hampshire's other beautiful lakes, then you will certainly probably heard a loon before. Very distinct noise. 7 steam engines push cars up the track. They climb tooth by tooth, moved by cogs on a track. Again, if you're to read this sidebar, you can learn more about how this relates to New Hampshire. Specifically, it says that you can take the cog railway all the way to the top of Mount Washington. That's our state's tallest mountain. So, quite the journey if you haven't done it before. 8 mountains named for 8 presidents climbed the White Mountains with backpacks and tents. There's a bit more than 8 now, but it depicts here some of our mountains. Now, the presidential mountain range, all these were named after presidents. Not all of the presidents are listed, but New Hampshire has more than 40 mountains that are 4,000 feet or taller. Have you climbed them all? I haven't yet, but I certainly want to. Number 9. 9 baseball players bat in the park. Come watch the game. Stay until dark. This sidebar tells us about the history of baseball in New Hampshire, specifically the Sunset League in Concord, and today they're still the Nashua Pride team. If you're a baseball fan, you could definitely do that in New Hampshire. Number 10. I don't have enough hands for that right now. My hand's being used, but 10 fingers. 10 glowing pumpkins, too scary to eat. These jack-o'-lanterns grin, trick or treat. And the book lets us know that you can visit pumpkins like this at the Keene Pumpkin Festival held every single year. 11-mile Holsteins walk towards the bar. Time for milking here on the farm. New Hampshire has a history of farm community, and there's still farms in New Hampshire today, but you can see the Farm Museum in Milton to learn more about it. Number 12. 12 shaker boxes stacked up by size, just right for storing treasures inside. You can see this doll. And you can see a real Shaker village today in Canterbury, New Hampshire. There's not too many left, but we do have one still. Now, this book jumps a little bit. So it went from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 20 bright horses prance up and down. Let's take a ride on the merry-go-round. Now, New Hampshire has a number of carousels. I will point out that you can view a very old carousel and you can still ride it today at Canopy Lake Park here in Salem. The book also mentions a few others, so if you're interested, you can definitely check out the Deerfield Fair as well. So now we're counting by tens. So 10, 20, 30. 30 bob houses out on the lake. We're fishing for pickerel. How long will it take? There is an ice fishing derby each year in Meredith. I did not know that until I read this book, so I'll have to check that out too. 10, 20, 30, and 40. 40 tin buckets, one on each tap. Soon we'll make syrup from sweet maple sap. Now this has to be one of the most informative pages because it tells you the exact process used to make maple syrup. I found it interesting. 50 sleek cycles out for a ride, smooth as the wind in the spring countryside. Do you know what type of vehicles those are? Well, if you guessed motorcycles, you'll be right. And this is reminding you of Laconia's Motorcycle Week every year. It's an event people come to from all across the country and probably across the world to be a part of. This is probably my favorite page though. 60. Blue butterflies hovering around. A garden of wings floats near the ground. Do you know why these butterflies are blue? Well, I'll tell you. Our state butterfly is the Carter blue butterfly. And there's 60 of them on this page. If you were to check this book at your library, you can count each one, but I promise you there's 60 on this page. 70. Boarders speed down the hills, some jumping moguls, some taking spills. Now this book tells us about the history of skiing and snowboarding in New Hampshire. 80 smooth wampum beads from the sea, strung into necklace, used as money. Now that might sound unfamiliar to you. This was a common custom of the Abenaki tribe, which is native to New Hampshire, and there are still remnants of the tribe here today. So definitely something to learn more about the state history, or at least the geographic history of New Hampshire. 90 crisp apples to cook and to eat, or drink them as cider, fall's golden treat. Don't they look good? Now, tell me, which kind of apples are your favorite? There's some red ones here, but do you like green apples? Do you like yellow apples? And then where do you like to go apple picking in New Hampshire? My personal favorite is Max Apples in Londonderry. But there's many good choices. Finally, we've reached the last page. 100 quilt squares stitched with bright thread. 100 reasons to snuggle in bed. Now that sounds nice at the end of a long day. If you want to learn how to make a quilt or see all of the quilts on display, I recommend the League of New Hampshire's Craftsman's Fair, which is at Sunapee State Park. You can learn more all about it on this part of the book if you were to get this from your local library. But that completes our journey across the state. So thank you for reading primary numbers with me. And hopefully I will see you soon and we will read some more books together. Bye!